Then you got the Twisted suit, which, well, houses a bunch of hidden rooms with hidden stuff in it. And, well, Twisted is definitely the word because look at all these rooms. Yeah, this is where the dark light really comes in handy here. Because like I said, there's a lot of hidden stuff, a lot of hidden doors that you have to reveal, and it could take some time to really figure out where you have to go and everything. Because, well, the name doesn't lie, it's definitely twisted. Almost like a bunch of hallucinogenic tricks that it plays on you. In fact, the boss fight are three sisters that pull magic tricks on you. Pretty appropriate, I must say. So then you're off to a room with a giant pirate ship inside of a wall, where you find out you can't do anything about it, so you have to make yet another trip to the boiler room after being summoned by the professor to go find and rescue Toad to pick up a new upgrade for your ghost vacuum. And this is kind of cool because you could suck him up and throw him around. Yeah, throw that little annoying Toad around. For all the times you told me the princess is in another castle. Ugh, it's like payback right there. But obviously this is to get him into spots that you can't reach. So when you eventually find the attachment piece after all that, take it back to the professor, which turns out to be an upgrade known as the Super Suction. And the word super does not lie, because this thing is as powerful as... I mean, you need one of these outlets to be able to power this thing. That's how super it is, because you need it to get the ship out of the wall. I mean, wow. So when you suck up and get that ship out of the way, go through the door, you discover it's a pirate-themed land. How appropriate. Start out with a cave, then off the beach and onto the docks where you have to ring the bell, summoning the pirate ship where you fight the boss, which is a ghostly shark pirate that possesses both the bottom and side of the ship. So to make him walk the plank, feed him the dynamite, and bust ye, old matey. Arrgh. Yeah, couldn't resist there. Next stop is the fitness room. Okay, well, I've definitely seen one of these in a hotel compared to the last several rooms that I explored here. So, Luigi's got to get his workout here, bust more ghosts. I love the ones with the boxing gloves. That makes perfect sense, actually, since you're in a workout room. A little bit of a tricky but creative puzzle with the mats and the mirror here. And you got to make your way to the swimming pool to fight the boss, who is nothing more than a ghost of a swim coach. Can't obviously take him out easily, because he's one of those that wears the sunglasses, so you gotta drain the water with the Luigi. But he ain't afraid to spray him with this kryptonite, so gotta take one of the volleyballs, knock him out, and then drain the water with Luigi. And from then on, I don't think I have to explain much. Pretty easy from there. Doesn't exactly make you break a sweat in this fitness room. But when you put the elevator button in that you got from that room, the Polter Kitty strikes again. Jesus, I shouldn't have let this cat out of the bag again. Same strategy as before, backtracking to previous levels that you went to, except they're just different floors. And the same goes when you're trying to rip the tails off of him. Have one of the Luigi stand in one spot, and when he's about to attack, strike, and there you go. Then repeat 2 more times, then the elevator button is yours once again. But get your dancing shoes on, because the next floor is the dance floor. Not really a whole lot to do on this floor, other than fighting a few ghosts on the way and a little exploration. You're trying to obviously make it to the main dance floor, where you want to watch the dancing ghost carefully and figure out which one has the elevator button, and that's the one you want to get. But that's not all, because then you got the DJ boss, who throws records at you and does a spin attack, so basically you have to knock her wig off, which is revealed to be her weakness, and I think you know what the rest of the fight is like from there. Except now, you have every single elevator button. It's time to wrap up this quest through the Haunted Hotel with yet another floor of different puzzles, different rooms, and a shit ton of ghosts to catch. But your main objective is to collect 4 different keys to open the Boo statue, which gets you to the boss fight on this level. And it's none other than the owner of the hotel. Yes, remember that same ghost woman that you saw at the beginning of the game? Well, she's been watching you the whole time. She was the one who sent out the Polter Kitty to steal your elevator button twice. And now it's the fight to end it all for her. And trust me when I say she tries to pull out all the stops as much as possible. She starts out with the spinning laser beam of light that goes around, just gotta dodge it. And then these 4 colored beams of light appear, but spin much slower this time, which is where Luigi comes in handy. Send him underground to turn off the switches for each, which is color coordinated. But you also have to watch out for the water, which can be unleashed, and you know that's his kryptonite, so you don't have to take them all out, but take as many out as possible. And this is the only time, of course, you can fight her, but the mirror that she's holding obviously deflects the light. So you have to wait till she slams it on the ground, and boom. Simple as that. Well, it may sound simple, but it goes on to a pretty decent length. And you also have to be conscious of how much health you're losing. Thankfully, if you know how to do it right, you can get hearts to come out of the wall. So repeat several times and she's done. You free Mario, make your way all the way to the top. Yep, this is not the very last fight. Yep, the last fight is none other than King Boo himself. And I'm not gonna lie, but this boss himself can be pretty tricky. Starts out rather easy, you just have one of him. He's got his moves and weapons of defense that he throws at you, as to be expected. The key item that you need that he throws at you is usually inside of a spiked ball, but it's not always inside of one of them, so you have to pay attention when you get it. Aim it and shoot it at him, which will knock him out unconsciously. And then, alongside Luigi, have to pull his tongue and knock him back and forth to drain his health. You repeat this process several times to completely finish him off. But then he pulls the old multiply into 2 trick where you have to obviously pay attention and get the right one. Same rules apply. Throw the bomb at the correct one to be exact, and alongside Luigi, grab his tongue and toss him back and forth, draining more of his health. And if you think 2 of them were bad, how about 3 of them? And that's not all, as if that doesn't make it more tricky. How about a f***ing time limit? Yeah, they have the balls to make it harder and put a f***ing time limit on here. Seriously? I mean, come on. The game should not be about timing you. It should be about trying to figure out what you have to do, at what time, patience, and overall trying to take the boss fight down the right correct way. It shouldn't be about having to be hell-bent on a time limit. But if you can manage to beat it, then bravo. You've rid this hotel of its poltergeist. His friends are all free from painting captivity. Luigi is hailed a hero, ghost fighter, once and for all, for a 3rd time. And all I can say is, 3rd time is definitely a charm. Because this one is definitely one of the best entries in the Luigi's Mansion franchise. I know there's also multiplayer both locally and online, as well as a bunch of DLC packs, but hey, I can only go as far as I can really go. And I'm really here to talk about the main story and gameplay and new features and old features that are returning. And yeah, I didn't include it on my top 10 best video games list of 2019 for nothing. It's a great spooky adventure with lots of puzzles, some occasional frustration and difficulty, but challenges, great graphics, sound effects, soundtrack, and all I can say is, it's one of the many reasons, once again, to own the awesome Nintendo Switch hybrid console for not only being able to play it at home, but also on the go. So, my final verdict is, an eerily awesome Weird Wii Motion Plus up in the playing mode. Trust me, it's a spooky, good fun, poltergeist busting time. So, till next time, happy gaming.